the things you want to do or want to achieve at a young age is possible, and you can do it right now. You don't have to wait until later. You can do it right now with small, I'm talking about very, 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 very small efforts into making things happen for yourself. You can end up saving yourself in the long run. I'm telling you. Right now, I'm in the process of getting back to buying dividend paying stocks, buying Bitcoin, putting a bunch of money in my high yield savings account. But I'm doing it one step at a time. Every single time I get paid, I'm putting a whole bunch of money in here, whole bunch of money in there, whole bunch of money in there. Now, sometimes that whole bunch of money might be $50. It might be $100. It might be $200. It might be $500. This past week, it was just $1,000 in the high yield savings account. It was $500 in the brokerage account, and it was another $500 in Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? So I'm matching my efforts everywhere I go. I'm making sure that I'm contributing to everything I want to build. Now, usually, my high yield savings is my number one thing. I'm adding as much as possible to there, as much as possible when it comes to every single paycheck, right? So if I get paid $10,000 for the month, half of that is going into the high yield savings account. You know what I'm saying? But the brokerage account is pretty much right now whatever I got left over from my paycheck at the end of the week or something like that. And I'm making sure that I'm building my foundation and my protection before I build the actual things that's going to go and make me like some real money. You know what I'm saying? I guess you would call my risk team. I don't know. But I'm doing that because I remember back during the pandemic when I had to sell off all my assets when it came to the stock market. And I had some money in the stock market with dividend paying stocks and trading and all that type of stuff. But I had to sell off assets. Emergencies kept happening, having to go travel and do things, do this. I just had a son. It was a lot of stuff was going on, right? But my whole mistake was I didn't make sure that my foundation was straight before I start to go out here and play. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking that my foundation was going to be me investing in the dividend paying stocks. You know what I'm saying? And the Bitcoin, and that's just going to be the end all be all, right? But little did I know, bro, like that emergency savings stuff, man, you need that. That emergency fund, you need that. That high yield savings account, you need that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be out here having to sell off assets that's supposed to keep you well off in your later years because you're not building your structure and your core empire right, whatever you want to call it. You're not building your empire right? So you want to always build your empire right? Do you have some money stashed away right now that can, if everything goes ballistic and you ain't got nothing coming in, it's emergency after emergency, do you have something on the side that you got 6 months of reserves, a year of reserves, 2 years of reserves, 5 years? Hell, I'm trying to even aim for 10 years of reserves just to the side in this account. And if anything happens, if the world burned down tomorrow, you got everything you need to sustain you for a little while until you get back on your feet. That's the main thing that I was always missing, was that I would get so much money. It's so easy for me to go out here and get money, dog. It's super easy for me to go out here and get money. I literally do it in my sleep. But the fact that I can get so much money, but then I wasn't putting it in a situation that can save me in the long run, that's what kind of fucked me up. And I'm just here making this video because I know somebody else might be out there that need this information, that don't really understand what they get themselves into when it comes to investing, right? So the first thing you think about when you start investing is like, man, these are so many opportunities. I need to take all my money and push it in there. But if you ain't got the foundation laid first, work on your foundation. Work on your foundation and gradually get into the assets, get into the dividend paying stocks, get into Bitcoin, all that type of stuff. But the foundation should be laid first. So when something happens, when something strikes, you ain't got to dip into the assets and sell them off in order to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing you want to do. So, man, make sure that you are straight when it comes to your foundation, dog. That's why I preach so heavy on foundation, because I've been through it. I lived through it, dog. I sold off I sold off a lot of assets to cover my ass during the pandemic, dog. And I really wish I didn't do that. I really wish that during the pandemic, I had something that was so strong in my money making that it didn't have to require me showing up every single day. You know what I'm saying? So get your skills up too, so you can make some more money to the point where you start finding ways to make money in your sleep by selling a service, selling the products, selling knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. You can make money in your sleep if you just find a perfect strategy to make it happen. It's easy. I'm building a new clothing brand. I'm building some courses up right now. I got services when it comes to videography and directing and creative directing and all that type of stuff. Managing, like, you can do it. You can do it. You can find ways to make all this stuff happen. Plus a full-time job right now. You know what I'm saying? So money is coming all which ways to me, flowing to me, right? So it's up to me to make sure that I'm saying, hey, while it's coming, I need to start playing defense as strong as possible. I need to have a 99 overall defense, right? My 99 overall defense is like me saying, okay, cool, I got 2 years of reserves put up in this high yield savings account. Now my high yield savings account is making money on top of that money. Interest payments every single month. You know what I'm saying? So that's you even bringing in money. You know what I'm saying? It might be little small increments, but over time, if you keep building that, that's bringing you money just like dividend paying stocks are. I don't understand why people can't grasp that. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm over here saying, okay, cool. Now while I'm doing that, I got me this amount of things that I want to invest in with the stock market that pay a dividend according to my strategy, my perspective of how I want to go, my philosophy of how I want to invest in stuff. So then I go do that. And now that's bringing returns. But then I'm saying, okay, cool. Now I'm taking this money and I'm putting it in Bitcoin. That's really going to skyrocket. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, cool. Now all my bases is covered. I'm investing in those constantly. Now let's go make even more money from my efforts. And as I'm making more money from my efforts, I'm being disciplined by saying the first thing I do is pay myself. I buy more income. Chris Johnson says, get money and buy income. I buy more income. I don't care where it's coming from. Right now, I'm covering all bases. Later on, when all the bases is covered, I might take all the dividend paying stocks out and put it straight into Bitcoin. That's just me. Leave me alone. You do you. But I'm just saying that to say, like, I'm making sure that I'm getting money from every single which way. I don't know why this lady is looking at me. I'm making sure I'm getting money from every single which way that I possibly can, right? While I'm asleep, I want to make sure as much money is coming to me, supposed to come to me at all times. Is that if that's high yield savings account, if that's dividend paying stocks, if that's Bitcoin, if that's a course or a product that I just sold while I was asleep, something has to be coming to me because I need that. I need that. You know what I'm saying? I really need that, dog. I really need that. It's a beautiful life when you start to finally get yourself free of all the BS that you've been struggling with. You know what I'm saying? The first level was to always start with finding out how you can have something else, an asset to pay your bills. If your expenses is $3,000 a month, you can go buy a business that cash flow that much. You can go buy a whole bunch of stocks that cash flow that much. You can go buy, you can go put a lot of money in your high yield savings account that cash flow that much. I'm not saying you need a whole lump sum. I'm saying you can start to work at it consistently, small pieces at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I got this job, I was saying like, man, I got an extra 50. I'm putting that in a high yield savings account. I got an extra 20. Hold it in brokerage account. I got an extra 10 Bitcoin. I got extra this, that. It's going somewhere. It's not going to me. It's not going to that next distraction or that next thing that's going to hurt my discipline, right? So I'm looking at it as one of them things where I could have made this poor decision, but instead I'm making a wiser decision by deciding to have more ownership in something rather than just throwing my money to another owner. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that at all times I'm being the person that's controlling my discipline and my decision making by making smarter decisions, by being more disciplined than I used to be in the past. I want to make sure that rich happens for me in my life, and it doesn't happen from this miracle thing, hit the lottery or something like that, accident. It happens because I've been constantly chopping chopping at it brick by brick by brick. I've been doing what I got to do to make sure that I stay disciplined and make sure that it happens. I've seen what a dividend portfolio look like when you just constantly throwing little money, little money, little money, and then you look up, it's like, nigga, I got $50,000 in my like, what's going on? And then you see how that money compounds when drip is on, is buying you more shares, and then the value of your portfolio is also going up because stocks is going up during the day. It's so much, there's so many ways you can get out here and start to motivate yourself to make more and do more and be more and have more, experience more and see more. You can have it. That's all I ever been trying to tell y'all. You can have anything you want in this life. You just got to work towards it. You just got to be disciplined. You got to be the person that make better decisions. The decisions you make right now are either going to be your hero or your villain. The hero is going to make sure that you always come out winning, always come out being more confident. You're always reaching your goals. The villain is going to strip you from everything that you ever wanted. Everything you ever wanted, because it's focused on the wrong things. You focus on the DoorDash. You focus on the lazy partying and drinking and smoking, not going to go work out, doing all this. You robbing yourself of everything you want in your life. All you got to do is step up and choose the hero. Choose to be the hero for once in your life, and you can have anything you want in this life, dog. I promise you. I promise you. Be the hero.